I work in a national business unit and work internationally to bring technology to companies to put into employees' hands, and we solve business and economic issues through technology, and we create solid jobs through innovation. And professionally, I've worked in the private sector doing that at a national level. And I ran for office and am finishing my term in Winter Park, where I have exacted fiscal discipline in our city. My background is in economics and finance. And I do believe you can bring business to government and make it work. Every single year I've served in office, we have reduced the size of our government, we've reduced the spending year over year, and had tax decreases. And I'm a firm believer that you can bring business skills to government and hold government accountable for the taxes and the services that we pay for, and that we can make it efficient. I'm a mother of 3 sons, Connor, Liam, and Nicholas, and I'm a widow. My late husband was an obstetrician gynecologist here, and our family foundation chose to open a health clinic for uninsured. And I do believe you can do private solutions to health care, and I do believe that the government does not have a role in this, that there is a sanctity in our healthcare system that we need to protect. So I look forward to meeting each of you tonight.
Okay, next is Larry Sinclair.
Thank you. First of all, I'm not a politician. I'm a human being who has made some not so appropriate choices in life. But I've served my time. I've accepted responsibility for what I've done. Let me explain something about me. I'm very direct. I believe in standing up. I believe in making sure that I'm heard. I'm 48 years old. I'm on disability from a back injury. I decided to run for Congress because I got involved in the presidential campaign and saw the personal attacks and smears that people do when you stand up and want to let people know what's going on. And we don't need to be paying congressmen $170,000 to sit up there and spend your money and travel all over the world and do fundraisers rather than being right here in District 24 talking to each and every one of us. I'm not going to tell you that I think you're going to support me, but I am going to tell you this. I am probably going to be the most vetted and the most out there candidate that you will have in this race this year. My entire life is out there. I don't hide from it. I don't run from it. I challenge anyone in this room to tell me that you've never made a mistake or a decision in your life that you wish you had done differently. I want you to look at what I'm willing to do for this district. I have a contract with District 24 at larrysinclair.com. I really want you to read it because I think everybody in this district will believe that that's what we need representation for.
Thank you, Larry. Next is Ed Dedelow.
Hello, Americans. How you doing? Well, I'm Ed Dedelow. I'm a father of Greek bio, a father of 8 children, grandfather of 12, certified public accountant, businessman, built homes for several years, ran 2 businesses, had a CPA firm, tax expert in a time, and a businessman, I guess you'd say, for several years. I'm also the author of Why Capitalism Works and Government Doesn't. This book was a summation of notes that I made and comments that I made myself about the economy back in the 80s. One of the things I found back then was that our government was growing at a compounding rate, meaning that if it kept growing, it would surpass the ability of the private sector to fund it, you might say, which this has happened. I also determined that if it continued to grow at a compounding rate, that wages decline, and this is what has happened with the private sector wages. Many of our workers have lost wages, lost jobs, and businesses have closed as a result of it. Capitalism is a great thing. Efficiency is supposed to, or efficiency does improve our lifestyle, improve our life. The problem is that government acts as an inefficiency. So the more government we have, the less likely we are to have an improved life. It actually reduces our standard of living. Businesses only have two costs, the cost of government and the cost of labor. So when one cost goes up, the only flexible cost in there is the cost of labor, so labor declines. Now we are supposedly a consumer nation. There is no such thing as a consumer nation. I think it's liberal speak for it's okay to go broke. And it's okay to have $500 billion trade deficits and $1 trillion fiscal deficits, which we can't take. We're in a crisis. And that crisis is created because of the high-speed growth in government. We need wages, we need jobs, we need productivity, and the only way to do that is to make our businesses more competitive. And the only way to do that is to cut taxes, cut litigiousness, and cut regulation. I'd be happy to answer your questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ed. Now Sandy Adams.
Thank you. Thank all of you for coming out tonight. It's important that we get involved with anybody that you believe will be the person that will represent you the best. I am Sandy Adams, and I am running for Congress in District 24. Currently, I represent District 33 in the Florida House. Some of you are my constituents, and I want to say thank you. I've been humbled and honored to represent you for the past 8 years, and I look forward to representing you in Congress. Now, a little bit about who I am and why I'm running. 8 years ago, well, let's go further back than that. I was an Orange County deputy for over 17 and a half years. After my husband's death, he died in line of duty right here in Orange County. I got involved in victims and citizens' rights issues. I used to travel back and forth to Tallahassee, testifying on behalf of victims and citizens' rights issues. One year I came back very disillusioned and decided to run. And the good people of District 33 entrusted me with their vote and their voice, and I have been their representative ever since 2002. I was coming home this year, glad and happy to be coming back. And then in 2009, the beginning of 2009, we started seeing the passage of a lot of different bills. The omnibus bill, the stimulus bill, cap and trade, a few homeland security issue bills that got under the radar that media never picked up on and that are sitting currently today in the U.S. Senate. Things that I believe make us less safe. At that point, I could not sit by and quietly watch as our country went in a direction that I didn't believe it should go. And like you, I became fearful of the direction we were headed. So I decided to run, and I am asking for your support and your votes, and I'm here to answer any of your questions. I am told it's time to quit, so I will, but I am here to answer your questions, and I will ask for your support. Thank you very much.